My neighbor harassed me because I wouldn't let him use my Wi-Fi for free. So I live in an apartment complex where everyone mostly keeps to themselves. I've been here for about 5 years now, and I pride myself on being the kind of tenant who doesn't cause drama. Pay rent on time, no noise complaints, water my plants, that's it. Last week, my internet went out in the middle of a Zoom meeting. I call my provider, and after some troubleshooting, they suggest I change my password because there's an unusual number of devices connected to my network. Weird, because it's just me with my phone, my laptop, and TV. I asked my provider how many devices were there, and I was shocked to find out there were 9 in total. So I changed the password immediately. Later that night, I'm taking out my trash, and my next-door neighbor, who I barely talk to except for the occasional hey, comes out of his apartment holding his Xbox controller and looking stressed. He literally stops me in the hallway and goes, "Hey, did you, change your Wi-Fi password?" I just blink at him because, excuse me? This man proceeds to confess, completely unprompted, that he's been using my Wi-Fi since I moved in. He figured out my old password, FluffyBunny92. Don't judge me, it was a phase, and never bothered to get his own internet. He said it so casually, like I was supposed to say, "Oh, no worries, neighbor, I'll just give you the new one." I told him absolutely not, and that he should have asked in the first place. He got an attitude and said, "Well, I've been using it for years and you never noticed, so what's the big deal?" Sir, the big deal is you've been freeloading off me for 5 years. It doesn't matter if I noticed, it's the principle of it all. I told him if he wanted to keep using my Wi-Fi, he could pay me half of the internet bill every month. He looked at me like I was crazy and said, "No, that's your bill, so your money to pay it. It's not a big deal. Sharing is caring when it comes to neighbors, right?" He was asking as if my internet was supposed to be free for public use. If all he wanted was free service, there was a Starbucks 5 minutes up the road. I chose to ignore him and went back inside my apartment. Later on during the week, I received 3 letters on my door from the leasing office for harassing neighbors for monetary gain. And if this continues, I would have 5 to 7 days to vacate my apartment. I've never had any issues before, so I went to the leasing office to address the situation. This moron lied to the staff about me, claiming I was harassing him for money. I explained the entire situation of him stealing my Wi-Fi to the property manager, and he looked genuinely confused by this whole story. He told me he would handle it, and not to worry. For about a week, everything was fine. But then right at 8 p.m., I could hear music blaring through the walls, loud enough to where I couldn't sleep, so I recorded the music for 2 days and emailed it to the property manager again. They reached out to him and let him know that he was in violation of his lease and could be asked to leave if he continued. Since then, I haven't had any issues with him. Now, he's giving me dirty looks whenever we pass each other in the hallway. I don't feel bad at all, but some of my friends think I should have just let him keep using it since it didn't hurt me. After being here for 5 years, though, I think it's time for a change in scenery. So I've started looking for townhomes within the area closer to my job. I'm not ready to move just yet, but this whole situation has given me new perspective. Until I find the perfect home for me, I changed my home internet name to AT&T $250 a month just to be petty.